Hello everyone, this is Really Newbie, and I am casting a 1v1 in our finals day of our in-house tournament that took place this weekend. Last game, Skycobra took it from instatic, in a very close actually, in the early game, but then late game it was slightly one-sided. So it is right now 1-0 for Skycobra. Instatic is spawning at the 12 or 12:30 position, and meanwhile Skycobra is spawning at the bottom position. So this is a PvP, and Skycobra is a platinum Protoss, while Instatic is a silver Protoss. So hopefully we can see Instatic make a comeback, or else he is going to lose this game 2-0, as this is best of 3. Pylon going down for... Okay, alright, his pylon is just placed right beside his nexus, so I didn't see it almost. Now let's hopefully see where their builds start to deviate once they get that stalker out to deny that early probe. So on this map, we could see a lot of cliff dropping, as this cliff overlooking the natural can be easily sniped away by Colossus, and the extractor and the probes can be subject to a little bit of stalker harass. So both players will have to control their cliffs with either probably an observer, or if they decide to go starport, Phoenixes or Void Rays. Now we do see Skycobra's probe moving out onto the right side. Meanwhile, that's interesting. Okay, alright, I see that they're both going to the right side first. Building another pylon. The gateway for instatic is a little bit faster, but Skycobra's assimilator is also a little bit faster, so we'll see what happens now. Probably just gonna get, usually some people decide to get the Zealot in favor of the Stalker, that way they can get that scouting work out of there a little bit faster. But yeah. Second gate going down for Instatic with his Cyber Core already on its way. Meanwhile, Skycobra is actually just going off of one gate for now, which means that we could see a little bit of tech, either that or fast expand. But I do believe that you don't take that second gas if you are going for a fast expand, so we shall see. Cyber Core is almost done for both players. It is done for Instatic, so we'll see that Stalker. Oh, come on, Stalker. We need you to get Kona boosted out so then you can kill off this probe, and then we'll see where they start deviating. Skycobra getting out that Stalker, meanwhile Instatic controlling that probe slightly to hopefully get a little bit of scouting information before it dies. Sadly today I am missing my caster Bing, who, well, I really enjoyed our casting together. Maybe next time when he's not out tutoring someone for thermal, I believe. Okay, so I'll try to see if I can make this cast a little bit more interesting. One probe here standing out, so maybe, I do believe that maybe Instatic's a little bit shaken up. Only, there you go, there's the 3 harvesters going in. Warp Gate is not done yet, although he could chrono boost it out a little bit faster. 1 sentry going up for Instatic. Meanwhile, for Skycobra, we do see 2 more gates in the very back of his base, which means that he is trying to fake Instatic out with a 3-gate build. Perhaps he might be adding on the 4th pretty soon. Oh, Forge, so I guess 3-gate upgrade. So probably going for maybe a +1 timing push, but who knows for sure. Robo facility, so he is Instatic is going for 2-gate Robo. We'll see what he can do with this, as he could get out a couple Immortals, which would do a lot of damage against the Stalker, as they do an amazing, I believe, 40 damage versus armored units, which I believe that Stalker is. Twilight Council going down for Skycobra, so we might see the same Blink Stalker build that he did last game, although I don't believe last game he did get the +1 that fast. Lots of Stalkers being warped in. Meanwhile, for Instatic, the Sentry popping out, definitely going to be able to force field a lot. Ooh, Robotics Bay right now. I do believe that Instatic is rushing for one base Colossus. I'm not sure if this is the correct build, as he is going to be under a lot of early pressure. I don't know if Instatic will be able to hold this off. Blink is being researched, so force fields are going to be nulled, unless, of course, that Instatic can get perfect force fields before they can even see up this ramp. Immortal being produced for Instatic. Meanwhile, for Skycobra, we do see that he is just building up a massive stalker army. In the resources tab, we do see that Skycobra is a little bit ahead in terms of food. Perhaps maybe due to Instatic not getting supply, or he did get supply blocked. So we'll see how he can hold this off. Army tab shows that Skycobra is climbing ahead, but we'll see what happens here. A couple of proxy pylons are being placed down by Skycobra. Definitely going to get those forward pylons for fast reinforcements. Yeah, and I guess we'll take a look at that APM. Whatever, it's 70, so it's pretty good. I mean, generally pro players have over 100, but as we are not pro players, we definitely do not have over 100. Here comes the potential push. I wonder if Instatic does see that. No, he does not. He actually has no vision on that low ground. So we'll see when... Oh, what is this? Skycobra backing out. I'm not sure why he decided to do that. Perhaps last game when Instatic did, or when Skycobra did do this Blink Stalker aggression, he actually was behind throughout the entire thing. So I believe that Skycobra was trying to feign pressure on Instatic, but Instatic did not scout that at all. So definitely didn't work the way that Skycobra wanted to, but he is taking the expansion. Meanwhile, Instatic is putting down an extra gateway and producing Colossus that way. Oh, and an observer is coming out. That way he can scout. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully Instatic does put down the expansion pretty soon, as if he is behind the expansion, Skycobra will be ahead, as this is a mirror matchup. So I mean, everything that you build should be, you want to get every single advantage that you can get. Robotics physically coming out, so we could see Immortals, Observers, and Colossus from Skycobra. And we'll see what Skycobra can do and what Instatic can do. Putting down his expansion right now is slightly later. Instatic does see all this stuff happening. And 2 cannons being placed for Skycobra, so I do believe, where are these cannons being placed? Behind the mineral line? I don't know. Oh, there's one right there. Oh, and there's one at the front, so this observer might be getting seen pretty soon. But be careful. Does Skycobra see that? He does, but he actually doesn't see that at all on his mini-map. Oh, there we go. There's the Stalker's reacting. And we'll see in terms of the resources. We do see that Skycobra is slightly ahead. Is that mainly? Oh, yes, that is mainly due to Harvesters. So actually, in the armies tab, they are relatively even. So if these guys approach each other at the correct angle, with the correct position, you can see either side will. Oh, here we go. The Colossus being focused down. If he does, he should micro this back a little bit. Yeah, so it does look like that Instatic is forced to run away on this encounter, although they are actually quite even, producing more Colossus, and the +1 weapons upgrade is going down for Instatic. Meanwhile, oh wow, these Stalkers are +2. That's probably why they took this so easily. Should be transferring some probes over, but the Harvesters are just one-sided right now. Last game, Instatic was ahead in terms of Harvester count, but I do believe that when they engage and are under pressure, they stop. Everyone generally stops macroing as well as they should. which is something I also have to work with as well. Yeah, so the army is slightly in the favor of Skycobra, but we'll see what happens soon, as the game's not done yet. Skycobra deciding to get the robotics bay to match him in Colossus and a Stargate, so we could see Phoenixes or Void Rays or even a carrier, maybe a mothership. That would be quite fun. Weapons level 3 going down for Skycobra, as he is also taking the gold expansion, so I don't know if Instatic knows anything about this. No, he does not, so he does have this observer right here, but we'll see what happens. It is actually not looking that great for Instatic. I mean, his opponent is getting a 3rd base up. He is still stuck on 2 base. His opponent has a complete scout of his base. Meanwhile, Instatic is just on that back rock, or in that natural, just scouting around there. 4th expansion going up, so this might prompt Instatic to move out and do something about it.
Teleport successful.
Hopefully he does move out soon. He is supply block currently, that Instatic, and we'll hopefully see something happen right here. Although I don't know which army would win right now. With superior positioning, that the Colossus could win this for Instatic, but I mean, with those Phoenixes there, I'm not too sure. As well, +3 weapons is almost done for Skycobra. Meanwhile, Instatic is getting our ground armor level 1 and extended thermal lance. And yeah, no more upgrades for Instatic so far. 4th base is almost done. I do believe that maybe Instatic is waiting for the transfer of probes. That way he can wipe out as much of Skycobra's economy as possible. Yeah, so maybe in terms of resources, did Skycobra actually see that?
I'm here in the
Alright, it is time to engage. We will see which army comes out on top and which army does not. Now, if he can get a perfect flank on this. And here comes the battle. Microing the Colossus back, so then they can't focus down the Colossus. The Immortal's taking a lot of damage right now. But I do believe that Instatic is going to come out on top on this battle. 117 through 72. Those Phoenixes just didn't do enough damage. But in terms of income, we do see that, Instatic is actually a little, they're actually tied. This is a little bit harder to believe, but I guess it might be from, I do see that couple of Skycobra's probes are not doing anything right now. Now we will see what happens. Hopefully Instatic will take a 4th or 3rd. That way he can match bases with Skycobra. Does Instatic actually know about this base? Oh, he does. So he is deciding to move in and attack. Army does favor Instatic right now. We'll see what happens. Those 3 cannons not sending a cannon whatsoever. And we'll see. And I do believe that Instatic is going to take out the gold. Harvester count is definitely falling really fast. Down to 48 for Skycobra. He did decide to move those, but I do believe that Instatic is still on 2 mining bases meanwhile, and getting his 3rd. Meanwhile, Skycobra is just on 1 base actually, in terms of mineral. I do believe that Skycobra is gonna win, or Instatic might win this game. The only thing that can keep Skycobra in the game is to consistently harass his opponent. That way he grabs Instatic, screws up, and makes a huge mistake that might cost him the game. Alright, let's see what they're producing right now. The Nexus is going up 3 more gateways for Instatic, probably due to the micro. He did forget to macro as well. What else do we have? 2 Void Rays going out for Skycobra and a Colossus, although I'm not too sure if that's the correct response right now, as the Colossus count for instatic is so huge. That's so huge. Oh, and here comes the another engagement. Colossus. Oh, and there you go. We have GG. So now it's tied 1-1 on our best of 3. Look forward to game 3.